I want to talk to you a moment about Muraqaba, one of the spiritual practices that is discussed, taught in the Islamic meditation program. The word Muraqaba means observation. It literally means to observe. And the practice of Muraqaba is, in its perfect form, total stillness, total quietness within. When we're in Muraqaba, we begin to quiet down our mind and our thinking, our movement, and ultimately reach a point of stillness. And from this place of stillness, you can observe reality. One of the first things you begin to realize through the practice of Muraqaba is that you are not who you think you are. See, normally we identify with our thoughts, with the thinking that goes on in our minds and our brains, and what we think, we believe that is us. For example, I'm hungry, I'm cold. I'm this, I'm that. I believe this, I think that. And we believe that that thinking that's taking place is actually us, but it's not us. Through Muraqaba and through observation, when you're sitting in your meditative spiritual practice and thoughts begin to arise, what you want to begin doing is observing your thoughts. Simply observing them, listening to them, watching them. And when you do that, you begin to dissociate from them. You begin to realize that that's not you. That thinking that's taking place, sometimes randomly, sometimes completely beyond your control, actually isn't you. So who are you? What are you? And you begin to realize at a fundamental level that you are the observer. You are the one observing the thoughts. Normally we get caught up in our thoughts, we equate ourselves with our thoughts, and we believe we're our thoughts. But the reality is, you're not your thoughts. Your thoughts are a process, it's a mental activity. It's almost like the machine has gained consciousness of itself and taken over the entire system. And our consciousness has become equated with the system itself. But our consciousness is something else. Your soul is something else. It's what inhabits and gives life to the mind and to the body. It's what gives birth to it. It's what gives energy to your thoughts. But it is not your thoughts. So in Muraqaba, by observing your thoughts, by simply stepping back and just observing without judgment, without criticism, without labels, just observing, without any attachment whatsoever, you begin to dissociate from that false sense of self. You begin to realize what the ego actually is. And you begin to realize that it's not you, that you are not it, and that the ego has been masquerading as you for perhaps the entirety of your life up until this point.